And what difference will that make to me? He's almost laughing at me. I don't need to know. I don't need you to confirm your status as a filthy little muggle to me. I suck at my breath. His thumb skates tiny figure eights over my shoulder as his body presses into mine. I can't breathe through the weight of him. One hand on my shoulder, the other on my waist, and one knee gently nudging between my own. My insides lock. Too close, always too close. He's nothing like Ron, who, if anything, has always been too afraid to get close to me, although I wanted him to. Lucius. He's always been too close for comfort. I'll serve the Death Eaters. The words fly out of my mouth before I can even think of them. His eyebrows flicker upwards. Oh God, what did I just say? How could I do it? How could I join these creatures? No, I couldn't. Then I can't let my parents die either. So you join the Death Eaters to save your parents? He's smirking at me. Admirable. For such a close friend of Harry Potter's, I always thought you'd go down as a definite future member of the Order. His fingers leave my shoulder, skating up to my face. He knots his fingers through my hair. Die, bug! Oh no! Okay, we're good. Sorry. But you. Skating my face, he knots his fingers through my hair and wraps them around the back of my neck. And I can't help it. I tip my head against them. Slightly. Only slightly. And there's a flaw in the offer that you overlooked. He goes on in that horrible drawl. You are mudblood. Mudbloods and muggles are not permitted in the Dark Lord's service. Seeing as one of your chief goals is to eliminate our kind, your presence is in our ranks would prove to be self-contradictory. His fingers shifted my bare shoulder again, pulling the neckline of my dress down yet further. So perhaps you may wish to enhance your offer? But why would he want me to do for that? He's always said that he would never, ever. He slides my robe further down my arm, and I claw out with my opposite hand, gripping at his hand. He breathes a laugh. Such modesty. I'd have thought you said you would do anything to save your parents. I want to shrivel up and die. You said once that you'd never touch me. I said quietly, desperately. You said that you'd sooner die than touch filth like me. His lip curls up. Why? So I did. He uncurls my fingers from his waist before he brushes his fingers onto my cheek, running his thumb over my lips. But this was not my suggestion, was it? It was you who suggested that you would go to any length to save your parents' life. Would you let go of your pride, I wonder? Would my proud little mudblood surrender herself to me, body and soul? So this was all about pride, then. This is all about the fact that he still wants me to admit that he's got all-reaching power over me. But what can I do? He twists around so it seems like it's my fault. It's not. It's not. He looks at me from under his lowered eyelids, and a small smile plays around his lips. A dangerous, predatory look. But I'm a mudblood. He hates me just for being born. I don't understand. Does it matter if you understand or not? Do you want to save your parents? That's the question you have to ask yourself. His thumb brushes over my bare collarbone, then further down. The hot brush creeps up upon my face because I feel so naked. He's seen me naked. Really naked. Before, of course. He has, but now he's never suggested this. There was never any real possibility of it going this far. Wasn't there? I don't know, maybe it's been a likelihood all along. So what's it to be, Mudblood? I swallow, my cheeks and nose sting with tears. God, this is so unbearably horrible. Why can't you just ask for anything else? I've never... My words trail off, my humiliation swallowing them whole. He smirks. That's not the question. That's not an answer to my question, was it? He drawls, as if he'd known exactly what I was going to say. I ask whether you'd surrender yourself to my will in order to allow your parents to live. Oh, he's so foul. He doesn't care that he's asking my permission, basically, to... I won't think about it. He doesn't find me attractive. He's made that clear time and time again. This is about power. Nothing else. I can't stand it. But I can't do anything else, can I? I can't let my parents die. I wish I were dead. He raises his eyebrow at me, his fingering trailing up and down my shoulder. I blink back tears. I nod. Alright. Yes. For a moment there's an ugly look in his eyes. They're darker than their usual pale gray, somehow, much darker. He reaches his hand out, gently tracing down the side of my face, delicately skating his fingers over my temple into my chin. His lips part slightly as he drops his eyes for a second, letting them run over my body until they come to rest on my face again. I shiver. He pulls back his hand, and he breathes a small, malicious smile. Sorry. I swallow sharply. His laughter stabs me in the heart. It's just as well that I don't want you then, isn't it? My heart drops down to my knees and I go dizzy. What? He pulls in his laughter, sneering at me. Fuck! I always overroll the phone. Okay, I'm sorry. I never remember to go in on time. It's always like 17. I'm always like 2 minutes off. My dear girl, do you really think that I dirty my hands on you? He rakes a disdainful glance over me. Do you really think that I'd give up on my principles and my duty to the Dark Lord, just so I could study myself with the filth in my blood? But... And then this is all to herself. Well, why did you let me believe that you would? Why would you let me think that there was even a chance to save my parents? Why were you watching me sleep last night? Why? This is actually her talking. But why did you... I just wanted to see what your reaction would be. He smiled. He says smoothly. And now I know just how far you would go to save those you love. It all adds to the mix, Mudblood. I'd never touch you. God knows why anyone would want you. But it's most satisfying to know that if I had the inclination, then I could with perfect ease. I can't believe him. My parents? I asked desperately. He sneers as he walks through the door. Don't concern yourself with them. Within 24 hours, chances are you will have no parents. No! I rush at him, clawing at his arm desperately. Please, please don't do this! Impedimenta. His pale face containing a world of emotion that I never want to know about, retreats as I fly back, and my skull cracks against the stone as I'm thrown into dark unconsciousness.